Maggie Driscoll has already taken drastic measures to defend her loved ones, but now the very people she fought for are beginning to abandon her. As dangerous predator Megan Walsh makes a shocking return to Coronation Street and threatens Maggie's grandson once again, the Rover's landlady may be pushed further than ever before, with nothing left to hold on to. During the dramatic murder storyline, abusive Theo Silverton lost his life, though Maggie herself narrowly escaped death on the Cobbles. Following a heated confrontation with Megan, interrupted by a deeply conflicted Will Driscoll, Maggie was later found unconscious by two girls after collapsing to the ground. Despite the terrifying incident, Maggie managed to survive after suffering a heart attack, creating serious trouble for Megan. Megan had manipulated Will into a secret and unlawful relationship while hiding everything from Maggie. When police lacked enough proof to charge her, Maggie decided to take action herself and attempted to pressure Megan into confessing. However, the confrontation spiraled out of control when Maggie shoved her in anger. Megan later exploited the incident by falsely claiming to Will that the fall caused her to lose their baby, despite secretly ending the pregnancy beforehand. The devastating truth emerged while Will witnessed Megan and Maggie arguing on the balcony, leaving the teenager emotionally shattered and unsure who to believe. Because of this chaos, the Driscoll family desperately needs unity, though that seems almost impossible. Maggie's bond with her son Ben has been badly damaged ever since he learned she had hidden the truth about his real father for years, revealing that Coronation Street legend Jim McDonald is actually his biological dad. As Maggie recovered from her heart attack, Ben temporarily put aside his anger and tried to maintain peace for Will's benefit. That fragile peace quickly fell apart when Will's mother Melanie became horrified after discovering her son had been groomed by his athletics coach while living under Maggie's roof. Melanie soon decided she wanted Will to move to Scotland with her and pressured Maggie into helping convince Ben. At the same time, she threatened to expose the secret that Maggie caused Alan's death by pushing him down the stairs. Under mounting pressure from Melanie, Maggie eventually admitted everything to Ben and confessed the truth. Ben was heartbroken, and despite Maggie insisting Alan's death was accidental, he threw her out of both the family and the pub. Then came another devastating blow, Megan's release from custody. Before Megan's arrest, Will had intended to leave Weatherfield with her and begin a new life in Paris, unaware that Megan never planned on taking him along. She had secretly purchased only one ticket. A conversation with Tim Metcalf, who understood the trauma of being groomed by someone trusted, finally helped Will realize the truth. He eventually reported Megan to the authorities, leading to her arrest. But Megan's time behind bars does not last long. In upcoming Coronation Street scenes, the manipulative abuser is freed on bail just as Maggie reaches her breaking point. Her return raises frightening questions about whether she wants revenge or plans to target Will again. When Ben receives a phone call informing him of Megan's release, he reacts furiously. Matters become even more uncomfortable when Maggie unexpectedly arrives at a family lunch after Ollie invited her, leaving Ben clearly irritated. The atmosphere at lunch becomes unbearable until Ben finally informs Will that Megan is out on bail. Maggie immediately promises Will that she will keep him safe, but Ben loses control and shocks everyone by exposing Maggie's deadly secret in front of Ollie and Will. If Maggie's dark past has truly been revealed, the consequences could be explosive. She has struggled to control her rage before and has always gone to extremes to protect those she loves. Now, isolated from her family and pushed to the edge, Maggie may become more dangerous than ever before. Coronation Street viewers believe they may have uncovered the identity of Theo Silverton's killer, and the latest fan theory could send shockwaves through longtime followers of the soap. It has been several weeks since Theo was confirmed as the victim in the major murder storyline first teased earlier this year. A special flash-forward episode revealed that a brutal crime would shake the Cobbles, with Betsy Swain eventually stumbling upon the dead body. The dramatic scenes confirmed the discovery would happen on the evening of Lisa Swain and Carla Connor's wedding celebration. At the time, several residents were presented as possible victims, including Theo, Carl Webster, Jody Ramsey, Megan Walsh, and Maggie Driscoll. Although Lisa and Carla finally tied the knot on April 23rd, viewers had to wait another week before learning the truth. After a series of episodes focused on each suspect, Betsy was ultimately shown finding Theo's lifeless body, bringing his violent and manipulative reign to a sudden conclusion. Theo had spent months tormenting his partner, Todd Grimshaw, turning his life into a nightmare. Before his death, Todd became trapped in a tense battle of wits with the increasingly dangerous Theo while desperately trying to stay one step ahead of him. Todd eventually managed to escape and contacted Christina Boyd to explain the terrifying situation, while George Shuttleworth was warned to remain safely inside the house. At the same time, Summer Spellman became caught up in the chaos when Theo confronted her, seized her phone, and threw it away to stop her from calling for help. Moments later, Betsy's celebrations turned to horror when she unexpectedly discovered Theo's body outside. The shocking death immediately placed several characters under suspicion. Todd, George, Christina, and Summer all found themselves linked to the investigation, while Gary Windass and Theo's former wife Danielle Silverton also emerged as possible suspects as Lisa Connor Swain and Kit Green continued searching for answers. However, recent Coronation Street scenes have now sparked an entirely new theory among fans. Some viewers believe another unexpected resident could secretly be responsible for Theo's death, a twist that would completely stun the audience if proven true. Coronation Street couple Eva Price and Ben Driscoll are about to face fresh trouble, and this time the drama goes far beyond Will's recent ordeal. Since arriving in Weatherfield last year, Eva and Ben have rarely enjoyed a peaceful moment. Their relationship has been tested by family conflict, business pressures, shocking secrets, and emotional personal struggles. Recently, their biggest concern has been supporting Will after the teenager became the victim of manipulation and grooming by sports coach Megan Walsh. Although Will originally refused to accept the truth about the situation, recent episodes finally saw him come forward and report Megan to the police. After Megan's arrest, Eva and Ben hoped life would slowly begin improving as they focused on helping Will recover emotionally. However, upcoming scenes reveal that escaping the fallout will not be easy for the family. In a newly released spoiler clip, Ben shares a heartfelt conversation with Will in the pub's back room. Feeling guilty about his recent behavior, Will apologizes to his father, while Ben reassures him and agrees to give him time and space to work through everything. But the emotional moment is interrupted when Eva walks in alongside young Susie, clearly frustrated after being called into trouble at school. Susie casually admits she threw a fizzy drink at Bryn Winter Brown. When Ben asks why she reacted that way, Susie explains that Bryn had been mocking Will and spreading cruel comments about him and Megan. According to Susie, Bryn repeatedly insulted Will and hinted at inappropriate rumors surrounding the scandal. Her explanation immediately leaves Eva and Ben furious, especially when Susie innocently asks whether the rumors are actually true. Before the family can properly respond, Gemma and Chesney arrive wanting to discuss their son's involvement in the incident. Gemma demands a serious conversation, though she quickly realizes Eva is equally upset by what happened. The tense confrontation raises questions about whether the neighbors can settle the issue calmly or if the disagreement could spark a major feud on the Cobbles. Coronation Street continues airing on ITV1 on weeknights and is also available for streaming on ITVX.